Hello and welcome to Science Monitor, a show that brings to you the most significant news from the world of science, technology, innovation, research, discoveries and much more. I'm Aishwarya Kapoor and here are this week's headlines. On International Women's Day, Department of Biotechnology celebrates the contribution of Indian women in the field of science and technology. Bikaner's Jod Beed Forest Reserve in Rajasthan reports an increase in the number of endangered Indian vultures along with migratory vultures. Stargate Observatory launched in Sariska, Rajasthan to promote practical knowledge about astronomy. To motivate school students towards innovation and technology, Indian Institute of Technology, Delhi organizes Technovations. The top story this week. On the occasion of International Women's Day, the Department of Biotechnology organized an exhibition celebrating Indian women in science, an incredible journey in New Delhi. The idea is to highlight and celebrate the contributions of Indian women in science since the late 19th century. The exhibition seeks to inspire and motivate the younger generation through the stories and contributions of Indian women in science. Science Monitor brings you a report.
Women play an important role in the development of the country. They have contributed in every sphere of life, be it business or science. Over the years, women have marked merits in the field of science, technology, engineering and mathematics or STEM. They are leading the country and are a source of inspiration to many. To celebrate the contribution of women on the occasion of International Women's Day, the Department of Biotechnology, Ministry of Science and Technology under the Government of India showcased an exhibition titled Celebrating Indian Women in Science, an Incredible Journey at the India International Centre in New Delhi. It is a photo exhibition depicting the inspiring journey of women scientists for over the years. The exhibition was inaugurated by Dr. Renu Swarup, Secretary, Department of Biotechnology, Government of India, and N.N. Vora, President of India International Centre.
The role of women in any field within the country is important because women are equal partners. If you see, the theme for our International Women's Day this year is balance for better. And I think that's really the balance that we're talking about. So it's not just having women, it's having a proper gender diversity. Whatever you do, ensuring that women are equal partners because they are contributing equally. So we cannot look at them as a separate stream or as a separate field which you need to integrate into the mainstream. They are part of the mainstream. You have to see how you can take every challenge as an opportunity and take that forward. And with that, you would never try to see that what is it that you're going to look at to be able to overcome a particular hurdle. So just move on, just be part of the entire ecosystem, and there's lots that you can do and contribute to this whole area.
The exhibits display the story of about 40 women scientists who have been part of the scientific community of India and contributed in different fields of science to the scientific development of the country. During the exhibition, a panel discussion was also organized on the journey of women in various fields of science. To mark the occasion, a book highlighting the incredible journey of Indian women scientists was also launched at the exhibition. The book depicts the remarkable careers of scientists like Anna Mani, Janki Ammal, Ashima Chatterjee, and many more. In another event on women's achievements in science, the DBT Biocare Conclave was organized on 8th and 9th March at the National Institute of Plant Genome Research in New Delhi. Through the Biotechnology Career Advancement and Reorientation Program of Biocare, the government provides independent R&D project to women scientists of India. The scheme supports employed as well as unemployed women scientists with a career break and brings them to the mainstream of research. The conclave was a one-of-a-kind initiative to bring together the awardees of this scheme on a single platform to share and discuss their success stories of science. The conclave was attended by about 200 women scientists from across the country. During the event, Janki Ammal National Women Bioscientists Awards of the Department of Biotechnology was conferred to the scientists for their outstanding contribution. Today, women continue to shine in every realm of life, and we salute the great contributions by them for the scientific growth of the country.
The Indian vulture is on the International Union for Conservation of Nature's red list of critically endangered birds since 2002. This scavenger faced a rapid decline due to diclofenac, a drug widely used to treat cattle. When the vultures ate the carcass of these animals, they died due to renal failure. But sustained conservation efforts and banning of this drug have now started yielding results. The Jodhpur Reserve Forest in Rajasthan has reported an increase in the population of Indian vultures as well as the presence of migratory vultures. Science Monitor team brings you this special report from Bikaner.
The Jodhpur Forest Conservation Reserve of Bikaner in Rajasthan has become a prominent abode for not only Indian vultures but for migratory vultures as well. The area is a dumping site of dead animals, which suits the ecology of these nearly extinct species, and because of this, the region is witnessing a rise in vulture population again. Vultures are the natural scavengers of nature. They make rotting dead bodies of animals their food, thus catalyzing the process of returning minerals to the soil. In this process, they also prevent spreading of infectious diseases. About 1.5 decades ago, the Indian vulture was on the verge of extinction. India, Nepal and Pakistan witnessed a decline of around 95% in their population. The reason behind this was a painkiller called diclofenac, which is a non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drug. This drug is usually given to reduce the joint pain of working animals to make them more useful. The problem with this medicine is that the effect of this drug remains in the animals even after its death. When a vulture eats a diclofenac-contaminated flesh, their kidneys malfunction and they die. Due to the devastating effects of this drug, diclofenac medicines have been banned since 2006. In order to save the vultures from the brink of extinction, it was necessary to give them a natural habitat, which they are getting at Jodhpur Forest Reserve. Since the vulture conservation program, there has been a significant increase in the number of vultures here.
गिद्धों की संख्या जो प्रवासी पक्षी है वो हर साल लगभग बढ़ रही है 5-6-7%. इनकी संख्या जो है अभी आज की तिथि में जो स्थानीय गिद्ध हैं इजिप्शियन वल्चर वो करीब 3 से 3.5 हज़ार के हैं.
With the special measures of banning diclofenac medicines and conservation of vultures, there has been a rapid increase in the number of vultures in the last 5 years in the Jodhpur Forest Conservation Area. Here, local Egyptian vultures are quite numerous. Sometimes, the long-billed and white-rumped vulture can also be seen here. Migratory vultures like Eurasian griffon from Spain, Kazakhstan, Afghanistan and Turkey, Cinereus from Mongolia and Tibet, and the Himalayan griffon species from Central Asia come here every year. Vultures can reproduce even when they are 6 years old. Out of the number of children born, only half of them survive. In these circumstances, their protection and reproduction becomes all the more important. The Jodhpur Forest Conservation Area has become a hotspot for not only the native vultures but for migratory species as well, who are finding it a suitable dwelling place. Being a protected area, they have a lot of opportunities for reproduction here along with ample of food sources. In the coming years, the number of vulture is expected to increase in the region, after which these natural scavengers would be able to contribute more in keeping our ecosystem clean.
It's time for a short break, and when we return, we'll take you to Sariska in Rajasthan, where the Stargate Observatory and Museum was launched. But that's after a short break. Keep watching Science Monitor. Good news for night sky watchers and people interested in studying astronomy. The Stargate Observatory and Museum was launched on the outskirts of Alwar city at Sariska, Rajasthan to promote astronomy amongst the masses and to make stargazing a hobby among school students. The observatory facilitates different types of observational activities for scientific and research projects with practical learning about celestial objects and much more. The region also has a perfect night sky for astrophotography. Our Science Monitor team brings you this fascinating report from Sariska.
The night sky stores thousands of secrets about the universe. The sky forms several constellations, and it is the best time to study celestial objects like stars, planets, and the moon with the help of a telescope. In India, there are some prominent sites which offer best activities for sky observing and stargazing, especially for amateur astronomers and students who are eager to learn. One such site is Sariska, situated on the outskirts of the Alwar city in Rajasthan. It is surrounded by Aravalli hills and provides a clear view of the sky, free from light and air pollution of the city areas. To nurture and popularize the knowledge of astronomy among the general public, the Stargate Observatory and Museum was recently inaugurated at the Alwar Bagh in Sariska, Rajasthan. The objective of the observatory is to inculcate scientific knowledge about space through observational astronomy activities. Stargate Observatory is run by a team of experienced astronomers, science communicators, and educators.
The idea of Stargate Observatory is to provide a platform where people can actually address this curiosity. They can actually, we have proper curated experiences where anyone can come, watch far away distant galaxies, nebulas, star clusters.
Stargate is the gateway to the universe to study and observe the night sky. The observatory is equipped with the 8-inch robotic GOTO telescope with the hyperstar imaging. It offers phenomenal views of galaxies, nebula, star clusters, planets, meteor showers, and moon. The telescope can facilitate high-quality observations of Orion Nebula, Andromeda, and star clusters. Among planets, the astronomy enthusiasts can learn and observe Saturn and its rings, Jupiter and its moons. The main highlight of the museum is a model depicting the Mars crater and terrain with a small prototype of robot. The museum showcases a special series of photographs taken by the Hubble Space Telescope. The photographs are dedicated to highlight the outstanding 25 years journey of telescope that has helped to unravel the space atmosphere. Students and general public can also examine other exhibits related to astronomy and space sciences like the Mangalyaan spacecraft model with its payloads. To provide a wider perspective of astronomy, the museum provides a glimpse of space objects and celestial events through astrophotography. It is a growing field of specialized photography which focuses on capturing starry landscapes and deep sky objects through DSLR camera or telescope.
We have designed a lot of in-house curriculums specializing in astronomy education, not just stargazing but other concepts also. For example, when students learn about rockets, we actually we deal the concepts of aerodynamics, Newton's laws and all those things, but in the end students actually design and launch a rocket.
Stargate observatories are first of its kind in India, which organizes different programs and workshops for tourists, photographers, school students and university students. The observatory also conducts student-level scientific projects and observations for different schools across the country.
An innovative competition called Technovations was held at Indian Institute of Technology, Delhi's annual technical festival, TRIST 2019. The objective of the competition was to promote scientific and technological innovation amongst school students. More than 200 schools from the National Capital Region, Punjab and Gujarat participated in the event.
The importance of science in our daily lives need to be demonstrated to the younger generation in order to encourage them to solve day-to-day problems by using science. Celebrating the scientific and technological efforts of the students at school level not only helps in promoting science but also can be highly motivating for the students involved. With this aim of nurturing great thoughts of imaginations, an innovative and imaginative competition called Technovisions was organized at Indian Institute of Technology, Delhi's annual technical festival called TIRIS 2019 in collaboration with Leo Planetaria Astronomy Education Private Limited. The main aim of the competition was to motivate young budding school students to blend their imagination with innovation and technology. More than 200 schools from National Capital Region, Punjab and Gujarat participated in the preliminary rounds of the competition and submitted their fathomable ideas online to the evaluation team consisting of IITians. Out of these, 70 schools were selected for the final round, which was a PowerPoint presentation round in which students presented their ideas along with their model projects and prototypes. 2 students from each school between class 9 to 12th were invited to participate in the competition.
टेक्नोएशंस ये एक नया इवेंट है जिसमें बच्चों से उनके इनोवेटिव आइडियाज़ के ऊपर आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस इस सब्जेक्ट एरिया में आइडियाज़ मंगवाए गए थे, जिसको आईआईटी दिल्ली के छात्रों ने पहले उसकी स्क्रूटिनी की और फिर उसके जज के तौर पे हम लोग यहाँ पे आए हुए। हमने आज कई सारे प्रेजेंटेशन देखे जो बच्चों ने प्रेजेंट किए और उसमें कई नए नए आइडियाज़ उन्होंने शोकेस किए, उन्होंने बताए, जिसमें वायरलेस इलेक्ट्रिसिटी है, ड्रंक एंड ड्राइव के ऊपर कैसे हम आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस को इनकॉर्पोरेट करके अपनी ज़िंदगी को ज़्यादा बेहतर बना सकते हैं।
Technovisions gave students a platform of expression to blend their imaginations with technology to come up with possibilities that can shape our future. It was a unique opportunity for the students to pen down their vision in the way they can possibly imagine and present the same to a panel of esteemed panelists, which included professors, scientists, and science communicators from IIT and other institutions. This competition is organized every year since 2017 during annual technical festival of IIT Delhi.
9th class, 10th class and 11th class. All these 3 classes और different school, not only Delhi, NCR और even आगरा से भी बच्चे आए थे, select हुआ था उनका abstract, तो वो भी वहाँ यहाँ पे आए थे। अच्छे ideas उन्होंने present किए, जैसे किसी ने posture के बारे में, posture defect के बारे में हमें पता चल सकता है, क्योंकि कई बच्चे कंप्यूटर के सामने ही बैठे होते हैं या कई एमएनसीज में जब काम करना होता है तो उनका पॉस्चर डिफेक्टिव हो जाए तो उनको बैक पेन होगा या उनकी तबीयत ठीक नहीं रहेगी। अगर इतने ब्राइट बच्चे इतने अच्छे आइडियाज़ के साथ साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी को लेके जाएंगे आगे तो डे इज़ नॉट फार, हमारा भारत और अग्रसर करेगा इस फील्ड में।
The students were also provided with an intuitive and unique concept of digital mobile planetarium by Leo Planetaria Astronomy Education Private Limited. This mobile planetarium enlightens different concepts of astronomy and space sciences in a fascinating way. At the event, students presented revolutionary and fathomable ideas on radical topics like evolution of technology, discovering new phases of education, science of innovation, and artificial intelligence.
It's time for a short break, and when we come back, we will bring you some more news on science and innovation from India and around the world. Keep watching Science Monitor. Welcome back after the break. Let's now take a quick look at some more scientific innovations and developments from India and around the world.
Most school children learn that the earth has 3 layers, a crust, mantle and core, which is subdivided into an inner and outer core. But in a recent discovery, scientists at Princeton University in the US have discovered massive mountains in the Earth's mantle. Scientists used data from an enormous earthquake in Bolivia to find mountains and other topography on a layer located 660 kilometers straight down, which separates the upper and lower mantle. The study was published in the journal Science. data collected by National Aeronautics and Space Administration and European Space Agency probes orbiting the red planet Mars provides the first geological evidence for an ancient Martian groundwater system. Scientists say images of craters taken by European and American space probes show that there once was a planet-wide system of lakes on Mars. According to the scientists, flow channels, pool-shaped valleys, and fan-shaped sediment deposits seen in dozens of kilometers deep craters in Mars' northern hemisphere would have needed water to form. The findings were published in the journal Geophysical Research. SpaceX has launched an unmanned Crew Dragon rocket from Florida to the International Space Station on early Saturday. It is a milestone in history as the goal of this test launch is to enable humans to live on other planets. SpaceX's Falcon 9 lifted off from Kennedy Space Center's Launch Complex 39A, the launch site of Apollo 11 mission that put humans on the moon. It is the first commercial crew vehicle to ever reach the station and the start of an exciting new era of human spaceflight. University of California in the US is ending its subscription to Elsevier, the world's biggest and most influential publisher of the academic research. They have taken this step because the costs of the academic publishing have gone out of control. Academics often have to pay publishers like Elsevier to print their work and then have to pay extra to make it open access, meaning anyone in the world can read the papers for free. These fees are very expensive per journal article. They believe in providing knowledge and information to every keen mind and thus have taken this step.
And in the history of science, this week we remember renowned cosmonaut and pilot Yuri Gagarin. He was born on 9th of March 1934 in Moscow, Russia. On 12th of April 1961, Yuri Gagarin became the first person to travel into the outer space from Earth's orbit. He traveled on board Soviet Union's Vostok spacecraft. For the landmark achievement in the history of the Soviet Union, he won the title of Hero of the Soviet Union. He died on 27th of March 1968 at the age of 34 in a crash of MiG-15 training jet flight. In his memory, Yuri A. Gagarin Gold Medal is awarded annually by the Fédération Aéronautique Internationale. The date of his first space flight has been declared as the International Day of Human Spaceflight by the United Nations General Assembly on 7th of April 2011. Well, that is all for this episode of Science Monitor. You can send your feedback and suggestions to Science Monitor on our email ID news@vigyanprasar.gov.in. You can also write into us at Vigyan Prasar, C24, Qutub Institutional Area, New Delhi 110016. We will see you next week with another episode of Science News and Innovations. Till then, goodbye and take care.